All right, everyone, welcome to this workshop. Really excited that you're here. We are not going to muck around. We're going to get straight into it. So let me move myself over here. I'm going to be moving around a little bit. Here is an overview of what we're covering in this workshop. Number one, we're going to look at things that people get wrong when advertising lessons on Facebook and what to do instead. Then we're going to break down a successful music lesson ad funnel. A funnel, if you don't know what it is, it's just the process that you go through in terms of attracting students from an advert all the way into a customer. And we'll go into detail what that is, what a successful ad funnel looks like. Number three, we're going to do a breakdown of successful Facebook ads. And number four, we're going to go through loads of creative Facebook ad ideas and examples. And number five, everything that I show you, I'm going to give you links to all the files, all the downloads for free at the end. So it's going to be really, really valuable. So stick through to the end. Shouldn't be a long workshop, but it's going to be really, really beneficial for you. If you don't know who I am, my name's Johnny Wilson. Super quick. I built the largest music school in New Zealand. Went from 30 to 2,000 students and a team of about 60 people. Also built a charitable trust that raises hundreds of thousands each year to provide free lessons and mentoring to kids that can't afford lessons. We go pick them up by the busload. Super cool. And I also built an online music program for primary and elementary schools. And we've taught well over 100,000 kids and counting as well. And so all that stuff's led to a few cool awards like Young Business Person of the Year, Local Hero Medal winner for all our charitable work at our school. And currently I'm the founder of Build a Music School, and so we help private music teachers and academy owners build wildly successful music teaching businesses that both make a profit and a difference. And if you do want to look into that, you can learn more at buildamusicschool.com. But we're going to kick off right away into part one of this workshop, and we're going to be talking about things people get wrong when advertising lessons and what you should do instead. So let's look at some of the things people get wrong. Number one, I'm going for the sale right away. A lot of you are not having success with your Facebook ads or Instagram ads, etc., because you're literally saying, hey, sign up for my lessons right now. They click a link to a page on your website, and the only thing they can do is basically sign up for lessons. And so it's just too intense an action that you're trying to do to go from, hey, I just met you to, hey, buy my stuff. It's too intense. We'll talk about what to do instead in a moment. Next, bad targeting. A lot of people are just, well, I live in Toronto, so I'll just target the whole of Toronto. It's not the way to do it. Bad ad setup, going for the wrong types of audiences and the wrong types of objectives in Facebook or Instagram, that can really make your ads suffer as well. Low budget, like you're not going to have great success if you're only prepared to pay $3 a day or $10 every week or something like that. If it's just too low, you're not going to get the results. It doesn't need to be massive. If you know what you're doing, it won't cost you a huge amount, but you do have to be prepared to put some money in to get it right. Number five, people have really bad creatives, like really dumb, boring images and videos. We're going to look at what good ones look like, and I'll give you access to a whole bunch for free that you can use, and ones that we use to help grow our school to 2,000 students, so we know they work. Bad copy, so bad writing. So I'll show you how to write a good ad that actually gets people to want to sign up for your lessons and click through and learn more. 7, like a boring offer. So the offer is not just the music lessons, it's how you package that. So a lot of people are like, hey, just come and learn the piano with me. Like when? Off, just like now and forever. Just keep coming until it's the end. It's not very compelling, or some people even do really bad deals like, hey, get 10% off, things like that. We're going to look at what a really good, compelling offer is in an ad. Number 8, bad lead page or landing page. We'll talk through that as well. That's the page that people land on after they click your ad. So we'll talk about how to make sure that is great. Number 9, sloppy follow-up process. You get a bunch of leads, but you don't know how to follow them up properly in a way that actually gets them to sign up. And number 10, just giving up too early. So a lot of people I'll talk to will say things like, oh, I tried that, it didn't work, or it doesn't work for me, it may work for you. So no, you gave up too early, you didn't figure it out and take the time to really nail it. But you are here on this workshop, so you are prepared to put in a bit of time to get this right. You know, it must work for some people, and it does, and works for most of the people in our Building Music School community as well, following what we teach. So stick through to the end, apply yourself to this stuff, and you will get good results. We are going to focus on now this one. This is one of the main ones that people get wrong, especially if they are a newbie or an intermediate level advertiser for their music lessons. They go straight for the sale. I hinted at this earlier. It's just too intense right away. I want to show you something that's not a massive shift. It's not like you're having to build this relationship over 4 weeks to then tell them about your lessons. That's not what we're saying. But I'm going to show you something that's much easier for you to do. And it's going to tie in here to part 2, a breakdown of a successful music lesson ad funnel. Now, a lot of you, if you can see over here, you teach in-person lessons. Maybe one-on-one at home or in your studio or your music school. A lot of you are online, and so I'm going to show you 2 different strategies for each that we see working really well. Okay, so here's what you want to do to make a change, a drastic change that's pretty simple and will get you a lot better results. So a lot of you are you're missing this whole part here, this info pack. So the idea here is you set up your ad, you send them to a little web page, and what you want to do is you want to say both in the ad and on the web page, hey, download an info pack about our lessons. And then you're going to be able to follow up. And we'll talk about why this works in a moment. But this is what it looks like for in-person lessons. You're going to set up your advert. You're going to send people to a lead page where you're going to say, hey, this is what we do. Grab an info pack. Learn more. And now you've got the name and email, and you can follow them up. When we are doing this for online lessons, you also want to do this version where you do an info pack. But what you want to also do is you want to also do a content-based lead magnet. A lead magnet is something that's draws people in to put their name and email in, so you get a lead that you can again follow up, right? So content-based, we're going to talk about what that is, but you want to be testing in your ads a content-based lead magnet versus over here an info pack. So if you're doing in-person lessons, then the info pack is the best way to go. If you're doing online and you're searching, all over the world or all over your country, then I would go for the content-based lead magnet, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Let me grab a sip of water and we'll go to the next slide, and we'll talk about why you want to go for this approach. First thing, really obvious, it's a lower level commitment. So you don't just walk onto a car yard to buy a new car, or you're just having a look around, and the first thing the guy's like, hey, you want to buy a car? Let's buy this one. No, you want to actually take time to sort of peruse, have a little look around, and you don't want to be bugged. And so it's a lower level commitment to just go, yeah, I'll grab an info pack. I'll have a look. This gives them the opportunity to look around without being bothered. A lot of people don't like to be sold to, right? We all know that experience where we go into a shop and they're like, hey, can I help you? You're like, just looking, thanks. And they keep persisting you. So we want to give people the opportunity just to have a look. And obviously, if they put their name and email into a form, we know that they're at least interested. But it gives them that opportunity just to have a look first before we start calling them, emailing them, or trying to press them for a sale. It also allows you to showcase your services with your best kind of copy and images. And so you get to put that in front of them. They get to sort of look over it carefully and take a good look before you get to talk to them in detail. Most importantly, you get their email and hopefully phone number on your list. So for all the info packs we've done, it's like name, email, phone number. Maybe you'll add something in like instrument that you're interested in learning, but you want to keep it really short and tight. The more questions you add, the less people want to follow through, because it's just extra effort. You want to make it really easy for people, real simple. When you've got the email, you get to then follow them up. If you're just going from ad straight to, hey, sign up, or these are the details, and hoping that they'll follow through and call you or send you an email, that's a much lower success rate you're going to have, because you don't get to follow them up. And so when you've got their email and name, you can follow them up. Here's another tip for you. We talked a little bit about on the things people get wrong, targeting. Let's move myself over there for a sec. when you've got all the emails of people that are genuine customers, or genuine leads, one of the cool things about targeting, you know how I said don't just target your whole city. You may target it as that's one audience you try some ads with, but you also want to have a few other audiences that you're trying, and these ones are going to perform better. See this LAL here? This means lookalike audiences. So there's a couple different audiences you want to load in. So when you go to Facebook and they're like, hey, who do you want me to show this ad to? One of the audiences you want to go for is a lookalike audience of your customers, right? So all the students that you currently have, all their parents' emails or the students' emails, you want to load that into Facebook and go, hey, show my ad to people in this general vicinity. Might be your city, or it might be, you know, a country. I want you to show it to people like this, the lookalikes. So that's one way that you can get much better results. And then we talked about loading your customers, so your students that you have. But as you get lots of leads requesting your info pack, you can use that as an audience as well. So you can say, hey, all these people were really interested in our lessons. Find me more people like this, Facebook. And that's what we mean by a lookalike audience. Now, one of the things you want to do with once you've got this list is you want to be storing it in something like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, or even a spreadsheet if you have to, like something where you're collecting all the leads. And not everyone's going to want to sign up for lessons right away once they got your info pack or your lead magnet, but you want to be sending, you know, like kind of an email newsletter, some cool stuff, you know, creating a bit of FOMO, fear of missing out, about your lessons and cool things that are happening, opportunities for students. And you want to be offering more, like a monthly offer is a really cool thing to do. So it doesn't matter if it's, you're always looking for an opportunity to make an offer. So here's an example. There was a case study done where people went to, I can't remember if it was like a bank or the DMV or something like that, where there was a big queue, and they said to people, "Hey, can I cut in? Can I go in front of you?" And they're like, you know, no. And most people said no, or a lot of people were just like a bit more like, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit more standoffish. But when people said, "Hey, could I cut in? I'm running really late for work. I'm sorry." People were like, "Oh yeah, sure, okay, cool." And the percentage was like triple, quadruple, whatever. I can't remember the details. I'm telling the story really badly, sorry. But the response and people saying yes was just way higher when people gave this reason. And so the reason that I tell you that story is that when you make an offer for music lessons, when you have that offer packaged around something, like for some reason, you'll get a much higher commitment, a much higher conversion rate. So let's say, you know, here in where I am, it's about to be Queen's birthday weekend. So you might do a campaign like, hey, it's Queen's birthday weekend, but you're getting the presents. This week, if you sign up for lessons, you're going to get a $50 voucher and a brand new pair of drumsticks, whatever it is. That's your offer for the month. And you are looking for every month some reason to create an offer to this email list. And you're basically going to email something that's like kind of FOMO, newsletter stuff, cool things that are happening. That's going to be one. And then you want to aim to send one like sort of straight up promotion. You can combine it if you want. And so you're looking for some reason you can attach it to something. It could be Easter. It could just be like something you've done for each month. Like, hey, it's Nutty November. We've got this deal happening. Or it could be, you know, Queen's birthday. It could be that you go for Christmas, you know, Black Friday, any deal. You're looking at the calendar going, what can I draw attention to? How can I make an offer and have an excuse to promote my lessons? And these are to the people that are on your list, and we're going to keep putting opportunities in front of them until they either unsubscribe or they sign up for lessons. So that is why we want to go for, if I go back here all the way, for this process, we use our ads to generate leads on a lead page. We get names and emails. We get to send them the info pack, or we send them our lead magnet, which we'll talk about soon, and we get to follow them up. And that's part of our process. Now, of course, we've done a much better follow-up process. Of course, you know, getting in touch with them individually prior to this. But if they say no at that point and don't sign up, well, we've got that that process I just mentioned about emailing something each month. So what does an info pack look like? Well, here's a few from old ones from my school. What we did, I'll skip through here and come back, is you can see there's 3 different ones. We actually decided to split them into 3 groups. So we went kids tuition, teen tuition, and adult tuition. You might not use the term tuition, it's popular here. And so we made an info pack which it's just got the basic details and key things they need to know, where we are. It's this simple. You could whip something up like this in canva.com. If you don't know about that, it's a really great design software that you can make your own cool designs. And you can then just decide how you want to arrange your info packs. You may just want to do one info pack which has details for kids, teens, and adult lessons, or beginner, intermediate, advanced. It might be that you teach guitar and voice and you have a pack for each. However you want to do it, find a template. It's just about tweaking some of the photos, changing some of the text, and having a really slick looking info pack that you can send people. Now, what we would do is that the compelling offer, we don't put ours into the info pack because we don't want to have to redesign and come in here and change this and reload that all to our website, etc., every time that we want to change the offer. So what we do is we do it in the email. So what happens? People go to our website. It's like, grab an info pack, put your name and email in. It automatically sends them an email, and in that email we'll say, hey, here's the info pack, and currently we're running a deal right now for the month of May or June, so we're always changing it. And the idea is that you have something different all the time, or you figure out what's the best compelling offer that works for you. And that's what you tell people is on offer right now. And that gives it a sense of urgency. So you can just say, this month we're offering this. And you could actually just leave that forever. So here's a bunch of ideas. This is just some of many that you could check out. Here's one that people always argue about in studio Facebook groups, free trial lesson. It's just a form of a compelling offer. If it works for you really well, you do it. You don't listen to all the haters. If it doesn't work for you and you attract loads of people that are freeloaders and not converting, you probably stop that one. Worked really well for us, which is great, but for many people it doesn't. So you might consider something else, like a 2-for-1 lesson voucher, a $25 lesson voucher. If you charge $40, well, they're still going to have to pay something. The idea of these is you're trying to get them to have some skin in the game. Here's another way of basically saying a 2-for-1, second lesson free voucher. That could be a deal that you do once. A $0 registration fee. Half price for the first 2 lessons. Sort of another variation of these 2 here. 2-for-1, second lesson free. Half price for the first 2. But even those, it's like, oh, well, there's 3 different emails I could send for January, February, March. Those can be our deals. It's the exact same thing. First month, half price. Some people do that. Some people do some sort of free instrument starter pack. Like if you're a guitarist, you might get a pair of a set of like picks and some strings or something like that. That's not crazy expensive. So there's just some ideas of compelling offers that get people wanting to sign up. And remember, the key is saying, hey, this month we're actually offering this. Or this week we're offering this. Trying to get some urgency, get people to want to get in touch and get booked in. So let's talk about for more the online side. So up here, online lessons. What you guys want to build as well is a content-based lead magnet. So let me talk to you about what that is. Just grab a sip of water. So this is what you need to think. What epic resource would your dream customer jump out of bed for to start learning? Okay, so you need to think, like, if you're going to be if they're going to pick anyone in the world that they could learn online with, like, who is going to be the person that, well, what is going to be the resource of the tool that is going to make them go, man, I want to grab that. That would be amazing. That would help me so much. And what we're trying to do is, as they get to use that tool, because it's content-based, they get some good content. So you share some of your best stuff, not your worst or, your average stuff. You share the best stuff. And that is how you you attract them to get to know you, like you, and trust you. So let's have just a few examples. Okay, so these are just silly ones I just made up. So obviously I don't know what instrument you play, but here's just some things to get you, thinking about the types of like headlines you might give this content. 5 days to fast fingers, around the world in 30 drum beats. The 10 chord takedown, 30 chords in 30 days. Campfire guitarist in 7 days. From zero to hero in 12 steps. The 5-step fast track to solo like a pro. 7 licks that sound hard but aren't. Get the idea? It's like something really captivating. It's shorter, it's easier, but they actually learn something really cool. Like for me, like this one would be really cool. I'm a drummer, but I also play piano, like intermediate level. So if I saw this one from a piano teacher, 7 easy licks that sound hard but aren't. If that was your thing, like whether they're jazz licks, rock licks, classical licks, who knows, that would be something I'd click on and go, oh yeah, that'd be a cool freebie. I'd put my name and email in for that. And whether it's a video series with 7 short videos, or whether it is a PDF, it's totally up to you, or just some YouTube links you've unlisted or listed. What we're doing there is we're saying, hey, put your name and email in for this. I'm going to teach you this awesome thing. And of course, at the end of that training or that resource, you're going to pitch your program. So right now you are in a little workshop for me that hopefully is awesome, some really great content. And at the end, well, I'm actually going to give you a whole bunch of free stuff. But after all the free stuff, I'm going to pitch you on something really short, but only because I think it's awesome and you'll benefit from it. So see how this works? You clicked on this workshop because it promised you something cool, not how to play an instrument well, but how to get loads more students and improve your ads. And I'm going to do a tiny little pitch at the end. So that's what you want to do. You want to build a little lead magnet, and then you will pitch people at the end on your services. And because they've got to know you, like you, and trust you through this process of learning this thing, they're going to be way more open to seeing what else you can do, or getting to know you personally, working with you to learn an instrument. So that is going to be a massive thing if you're not already doing this. It's going to change your business dramatically. Now, let's talk quickly. I'm going to move, just remember under this one, personal follow-up. I'm going to cover it up. What's going wrong, okay? So a lot of people are like, I'm doing ads, or I built a website, I made my info pack, but something's not working. So here's just a really, really basic troubleshooting guide. I can't tell you exactly what's going on unless I can get to work with you and show you exactly from looking at what's going on in your funnel. But these are the 4 steps. So ad. If you're getting little to no clicks on your ad, so some of you are making ads and you're just not getting clicks. It's either your ad, your audience targeting, or your ad objective that needs serious work, okay? Lead page. So let's say you're getting lots of clicks on your ad here, but no one is opting in for your info pack or your lead magnet. Then that's the thing that needs work. So your lead page or the offer on that page is what needs serious work. Now, let's say people are opting in. So if people are opting in but not contacting you quickly to register, then either your info pack or your compelling offer needs serious work. Now, follow up. If you're not converting all the inquiries you're getting here into customers, then your follow-up process needs serious work. So that's a really, really basic overview of troubleshooting, but it gives you an idea of, you'll know where's the roadblock in your little ad funnel. Some of you haven't even got a funnel and you're just relying on word of mouth and all sorts of other things, and you know that you need to set this up if you want to take things really seriously. Let's move on to part 3. Hope you're all enjoying this. Let's check out this. Oh, didn't read it. A breakdown of a successful Facebook ad. Let's take a look. So here's a Facebook ad that did really well for us. It's not even one of the best ones I've written. It did really well. It's a short little video, and then this animated text pops up. I'll show you stuff like this when we get to the creative ad section. But basically up top, you've got the copy. Parents, did you know learning to play an instrument and playing in a band helps build social skills and, more important, friends? We would love to invite your child to come and learn their favorite instrument with us. And I've cut off the rest. Should have clicked that open, sorry. But you've got the copy here, what you're writing here. You've got a call to action. We would love to invite your child, and it'll tell them what they need to do next. You've got the creative. This is what we call the creative, either a photo or a video. You got the headline down here, sub-headline. So we're going to go through some headline ideas soon. But attention, Hutt Valley parents. So I live in the area called the Hutt Valley. So I'm instantly calling. People are scrolling through. I'm calling out Hutt Valley parents. And then I've got sub-headline, limited spaces available. Click for info today. And then, of course, over here, we've got another call to action button that they click. So there is the breakdown of just the essential elements of a Facebook ad. What you want to do is you want to start with a really great image, okay? Image ads are just way easier to start with if you are not really experienced in making creative ads, but we're going to talk about some beginner, intermediate, and advanced ads in this workshop. But start with a great image first. If you don't have a whole bunch for your studio, then we'll talk about that in a moment, but you either invest in getting a photographer in for a few hours, stage a photo shoot, even, rustle up 5 or 10 of your favorite students for an afternoon, shout them pizzas or something like that, and do a photo shoot, stage all the best photos you need. And now done, you've got every photo you need for your website, for your Facebook ads, and you're sorted. Let's then move from the ad picture to headline ideas. So here's a few ideas of what you want to do. So let's say we pick this ad here. This is a photo of a student, one of our concerts, sort of a superhero concert on stage, playing my drums, actually. Very cool. Did well, dressed as Superman. So let's say I pick this photo. And I chose this one because we get to be a bit more creative with the headlines. But you grab any photo that you're going to use for an ad, and then you just start brainstorming headlines. Facebook will let you currently choose 5 headlines, and they'll shuffle them around on a thing called Dynamic Creative, and they'll help you figure out which one is the best one, and then start using that one. So I've brainstormed 7, 8 here, and so here's some things that I came up with, just brain dumping. Is your child our next superhero? Your child gets the superhero experience. How our music lessons feel. Music lessons for your little superhero. Let our superheroes teach your little superhero. Kids' music lessons. Warning, may produce superheroes. Hey parents, check this out. Attention. And then your city. So for me, Hutt Valley parents. These 2 I've put at the end because these just perform really well because it's just calling out your key, people. If you're trying to target kids, you're like, hey parents, check this out. Attention. Sydney parents, whatever your town or city is. So there's the idea with headlines. Brainstorm all the best ones, and then you get to pick 5. So you'd pick the 5 best ones and see which is going to work. Next, you need to write the ad copy. So remembering the ad copy is this bit up here. And so for this, what we want to do is we want to start with some sort of hook. We want to spark some sort of emotion or connect with the customer. And then we want to talk about our lessons briefly with a what's in it for me angle. This is important. You don't want to just talk about like how great you are and blah, blah, blah. It's one of the big success things for our school is just making everything about the customer. They're the hero. And so everything that you write, even when you're writing the about page about yourself, you're writing it in a way that shares a bit of information about you, but it's really about the customer. What's in it for them? What are you going to do for them? Because most people, as much as we love and care for people, a lot of people, it is like, well, that's cool, but what's in it for me? Will this work for me? So we've got to write in that way if we want our marketing to work well. Then we want to provide a clear call to action, and if it works, or like if it feels right, imply some urgency, and I'll show you how to do that in a sec. So that's kind of a basic formula of how you can do it. There's other formulas like emotion, logic, scarcity. Start with something emotional, explain the logic behind it, and then give them an action. So the theory with that, with marketing, is that people often buy with emotion, but justify it with logic. So for the example, my wife goes out and buys like a fancy pair of shoes, and she really just saw the shoes. She's like, oh, I would love those shoes. That would go so well with this dress or whatever it is. And then she'll go, well, I've worked really hard lately, or it's my birthday coming up, and she begins to justify it with logic. So this is one of those like clear formulas, and then you learn. Wow, that's how marketers have been manipulating me all my life. Good to know. So what we want to do with basically this little formula when we're writing our ad copy is we want to try and tie in the copy with the headline and the image you've chosen. So remembering, we've chosen this image, and we've chosen one of these superhero type headlines, and so we want to tie it in. So I've written here, we want our sort of hook or our line at the start, trying to connect with the customer. So this is just one example. And again, with Facebook ads, you can use the dynamic creative thing. So you can write 5 examples and it'll shuffle and use the best one. Remember those boring music lessons as a kid? Maybe even so boring that you quit? At Good Time Music Academy, we specialize in teaching music the fun way, so that lessons are the highlight of your child's week. They feel like a superhero as they learn, perform, and jam with new friends. Click for an information pack to learn more. With this special link, we've included a free $25 voucher for you. So if we look at some of the things I said here, start with a hook. Our hook is, remember those boring music lessons as a kid? Next, spark some emotion, connect with the customer. Maybe even so boring that you quit. Talk about your music lessons briefly with what's in it for me angle. So here, at Good Time Music Academy, that's my school's name, we specialize in teaching music the fun way, so that lessons are the highlight of your child's week. So see how it's like, hey, we do this, we make sure it's really fun, so imply that they'll stick at it, right? Why? So that the lessons are the highlight of your child's week. So that's the like what's in it for me angle. Well, if you learn with us, it's going to be the highlight of your child's week. That's what's in it for you. And they're going to feel like a superhero as they learn. So they're going to learn stuff. They're going to get to perform. And they're going to jam and make lots of new friends. So that's all what's in it for me, talking about what we offer in a way that's all about the customer, not about making us to be the hero. Then we need to provide a clear call to action and apply some urgency. So clear call to action, click for an information pack to learn more. So it's not a hard thing. They're like, oh yeah, I'll click for an info pack. Whereas if I said, sign up for lessons today, it's like, well, it's a bit intense. I'm not ready for that. I need to know a bit more. So, well, oh great, we'll get an info pack. And then imply urgency, we talked about. Well, here I've said with this special link, so implying that this ad here is going to go away, and just with this link that they've seen now, which if they scroll on by, they're going to miss it and might not be able to get back to it. So with this special link, we've included a free $25 voucher for you, and add a few emojis in to just make it pop a bit more fun. So they're like, oh, well, great. With this link, I need to click it, and it comes with a voucher. So yeah, I'm keen to check out the info pack. So there's an example of really good copy for an ad. And again, this is like just for this type of image with these headlines. Like this is just one example. You might be like teaching really high level jazz piano performers. You're not going to write an ad like this. So you go through the process for the type of thing that you're selling. You might not be targeting children, you might be targeting teenagers or adults online. Whoever your ideal customer is, you write in the way that is going to connect with them. But you still use these simple things. You're just looking for different angles that you can connect with them on. All right, part 4. I hope you're enjoying this. We're going to now go through, this is a great section where we're going to break down heaps of creative Facebook ad ideas and examples. Now, some of the things you're going to see in here, you're going to be like, oh, I can't do that, or I can see that I could do that one day, but I don't have time to learn it. So everything, pretty much everything I'm going to show you, I have like stacks of these ads that you can download and keep for yourself. And lots of them have got, almost all of them have got heaps of variations that you can choose as well. So different colors, different instruments. There's just stacks and stacks of stuff. So I'll give that all to you for free at the end. But let's check out some examples. So we talked about staging your own photos. Here's two that performed really well for us. This one here, just 3 students learning on. We got a whole music bus program as part of our school, so it was just, hey girls, let's take a photo, smiling. Let's see those teeth, and look how great that photo is. And it just did so well on ads. This one here was one of our best ones for promoting our holiday programs, or you might call them summer camps. They're on a green screen there, and so put this background. It was like, give us your craziest pose. So stage your photos. And by staging, what I'm saying to you is, don't just like have a lesson happening and then try and get some good photos. I mean, that's a good thing you can do, because you'll get those like concentration type shots where people are really genuinely learning, concentrating. But you actually want some staged photos. Like, hey, I want you to hold the guitar. I want you to smile, because that's the type of photo I want. So actually stage it. Tell people what you want. Direct the process. If you can't do it, find someone that can do it. Pay them a few $100 to come in, organize the students, and you'll get really great shots. So these are the examples of staged photos. Get yourself hundreds of those in a few hours. Next level that you can do, this is really simple, is user-friendly softwares. So for images and text, where you want to add some text and things like that, Canva.com, really easy design software, even your grandma could use. So something like this, you can just write on, hey, music lessons for all ages. These are just examples of photos with some text written that you're going to write in your language or your message, whatever you want to say. Less is more, but it's going to pop as an ad when people are scrolling through. You might be offering a free trial or one of those other compelling offers. You can write it on an image, and they're all great photos. Like, you want to see all those smiling shots, real fun stuff, concentrating. Get a real good variety. Use something like Canva, and add this text to your images. You can also come up with cool little ad ideas. Like this says, guitar, your thing. It's our thing too. Learn to play today. Just really simple, like a simple message, like a question and kind of a response and an action there. So you might just come up with something simple like that. So all these campaigns, all these photos, just a reminder, you can grab them for free. If you're thinking, well, I teach some of these instruments, it might just be faster to grab all our stuff. This is a real simple one. Does really well. Like here's a concert in our building. Wherever you're doing a concert, you could do this. This photo in 20 different ways. Your child should be here, and so then you write the copy about, hey, we've just finished this amazing concert. Students from 5 years old to 55 years old performed, and in a room that just applauded them. We had people that had been learning for 1 month or 6 months through to 6 years. If your child hasn't experienced learning an instrument with us, we'd love to show you an info pack, etc. You get the idea. Find something like that. All I've done is taken a great photo, put this text in, taken like 2 minutes, and there's my cool ad that I can load. Here's another easy one. Just taking a photo. Hey, we have a space for you in choir today. So you're going to have copy that basically implies like, hey, we've got a few spaces at the moment for guitar lessons, whatever you want to say. And here's a cheeky idea of like just putting like a cutout. We have a space and it's ready for you. So that was just using things like Canva, really simple. What about video? So we're going to do some video stuff now. Motion Array is a really good user-friendly video software. There's hundreds more, but you're looking for something that can just do something kind of, this is like slightly more pizzazz, a bit flashier, but you can start with things like this. Like this is just a photo. So the photo is not moving. It's just like a little overlay, and it's just going to make that image kind of pop more as people are scrolling through their feed. You can do simple things like that. It's kind of the most basic level. Next, you can do things like this, where you have text pop up like, "Hey, want music lessons?" and then an action. That stuff's really easy with little softwares, and there's going to be so many you can use. Next, you can do things like this. This is a clever one. Hey, number 3. Oh, we'll go back. So 3, play that song you love. 2, learn with a great teacher. So it's going backwards. 1, start lessons. Request a free info pack today. So it's kind of like hey, step 3, be a rock star. Step 2, You get the idea. Here's another variation with piano. So it's just taking some little snippets and putting text in. 3, wow the crowds. 2, learn with a great teacher. Start lessons. So that's the action. So it's basically in reverse, like instead of step 1, sign up for lessons. People are like, no, I don't want to hear that. I want to be like, step 3, be a rock star. Yeah, cool. How do I get there? Step 2, sign up with a great teacher. Step 1, get an info pack, learn about our lessons. This is a cool one. We did, there's a bit of pretty music there. I don't know if you can hear that. We call this kind of like Hallmark style, like the Hallmark cards. You prepared them for this, learning to ride a bike. Let us prepare them for this. And then playing an instrument or playing at a concert. And then you finish with putting up your logo or call to action. You can do things like this. You want to gather a bunch of cool footage from your studio, maybe concerts or lessons. Doesn't have to look like ours. It's a big school, but you can just grab a bunch of the stuff, put in some of your messaging. Like this is a really simple short video, local music lessons. Learn your favorite instrument, and all this flash stuff that's happening with the video, all that's just automated with a template. Just punch in the text and you can just have all this done for you. Great performance opportunities. So I won't play the whole video. I want to keep going with examples for you. You can, all these things here, templates, online lessons today, playing on stage tomorrow. So that's a cool thing, like kind of just showing the future of like, you're in online lessons today, but you're playing on stage tomorrow, action shots, all this stuff, just automated templates. You're showcasing what's happening, learning online, performing in a concert, and you'll give them a call to action at the end. What else have we got for you? Similar one there, just a different template. We'll move on. Behind the scenes clips. BTS is behind the scenes. These work really great. So it's just a short little clip of some students playing in a band class. So you get this works because it's raw and it's like real, and you can it's not going to be your best performing ad, but they do work, and so you can let people actually see behind the scenes what's happening at your school. Another clip there. So another student concert in our building, and so you're just showing people snippets of what they're missing out on. And obviously you need to write really cool, captivating headlines to get people to actually click and listen. But showing people behind the scenes, giving them a look at what's happening is really cool. And that works really well for ads. Something else that works really, really well is that you'd run for a short amount of time usually is filling specific classes. So, an example, you might have an intro to music class. Like you're just pumping out ads for filling the specific class. Like, hey, we've got a new enrollment starting in June or August or whatever it is. Sign up for this now, and you're pumping this thing for a specific time. Even more narrowed down. So this is Jacob who worked for us. We're saying new solo from Jacob. He has some spaces available for drum lessons on Tuesday afternoon, evening. Want a free trial lesson? Get in touch with us today. And Jacob was the man on the drums, and he absolutely shreds for 30 seconds. And the caption, this is what a good drummer sounds like. And we're targeting the people we want to target. And we're saying, hey, are you free Tuesday? He's got some spots then. So that's an example of something where you need to fill a specific class right away. And that is going to help you get it done. Animations. Now, this is going to get a lot more tricky and technical, so we will check this out. But these are all available for you in crazy level of variations and details and things like that. But here is a really cool set of animation ads. Hey, parents, picture this. And you can see it's a little jigsaw puzzle type thing. So picture this as the caption, and then we would tie it into the copy. Like, picture this, your child walking into lessons for the first time, nervous, worried if he's going to do well or, etc. This sort of angle. 6 months later, he's on the stage rocking out. You've taken the whole family along. Everyone's cheering him on. You get the idea. So there I'm painting an emotional picture, and I'm tying in with this thing of picture this as the picture unfolds. So there's a clever idea. This one, hey parents, can you solve this? This is great because you want to wait and be like, what's it going to say? Bored kids stuck at home. So this is perfect for like the lockdown one. The bored kids stuck at home. I'm going to go, well, we've got just the thing. We've got online lessons, blah, blah, blah. This, we all remember the game Guess Who? What instrument should your child learn? And then question mark. And so say, hey, if you're not sure, take our intro to music program. Or why not try guitar? We've got some spots learning guitar right now. Or get in touch with us today and let's chat about what instrument might be best. And the simple answer is, hey, well, what instrument does your child want to learn? Piano. Oh, let's let them learn piano then, eh? It's not that hard. So there was some cool animations. Competition style. These are really cool. Again, like trickier and more expensive to get made, but or you can get them free from us. This is a cool one. Basically, this would say screenshot to win. And so the idea is, we'll see if I can do it. People have to stop it. I'm just out, stop it there and then screenshot it down below. So you give them the instructions. Hey, screenshot to win, and you get a $25 voucher, or you get a 2-for-1 voucher. And then you would comment to the people that do it, hey, I've just messaged you with a link to the voucher. And then you message them and say, hey, it's Johnny here from Good Time Music Academy. Hey, congrats on the screenshot. Would sending that voucher to this message be the best place for you? You wait for them to reply. That starts the conversation, and you don't get pinged for spam. Here's another screenshot to win one. So there we go, screenshot to win. They've got to try and screenshot 3 instruments together. So 3 violins. They screenshot, put it in the comments, and they get whatever prize that you've said, or they go into the draw, etc. So there we go, 3 pianos. There's a cool one. All right, so there is a whole bunch of ideas around ads. Let me just make my screen bigger for you and click this button here. All right. Oh, there's my beautiful face. Great. Okay. So what I want to give you now is just 2 really great options for you to choose from. I want to give you all the resources regardless. So we've looked at heaps of ads. So I want to give you access to those and hundreds more, and lots of cool ideas around copy. And I'll give you access to our entire Building Music School library. So there's just crazy amounts of resources there. So if you'd like access to that, you can grab a 7-day trial where you can go in absolutely free. You're not going to be charged anything unless you want to carry on after the 7 days, and you can grab the stuff that we've talked about and look deeper into all the other things we haven't had time to cover. We haven't talked about how to build the ad campaigns. What about Google ads? What about YouTube ads? We haven't talked about all the other aspects of building a successful teaching business. And so you can grab 7-day trial, go in, have a look, see what would be beneficial to you, and decide whether you want to stick around or leave. Option 2. This is the one where you've only got one shot to get this, and you're going to kick yourself if you don't grab it now. You've got 1 hour once you click on this link to have a look around. You can do some real research and look and see whether you want to be part of our Build a Music School community. If you join before the link goes away, you will get 50% off for 3 months. So you can join our program for 3 months. You'll get 50% off. You'll also get a $0 registration fee. So we usually have a registration fee to unlock everything for you. It's usually $1,000. You're going to pay $0. You won't have to pay that. And so $0 registration fee, 3 months in our BAM Squad program. That's our Build a Music School community. I've got the t-shirt here, BAM Squad. And you get 3 months at 50% off. So crazy deal. You're not going to get that anywhere else. And once you go to the link that I'm about to tell you, you can grab that. But there is a timer. When it disappears, you can't get that link anymore. You're not going to find it anywhere else. And we're not going to be able to give it to you if you email and say, oh, it's too slow. Oh, I've thought about it now. So I promise you, you're going to kick yourself if you just go with option 1 and then look around and go, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I should have taken option 2. So have a good look around for that timer and grab option 2. It's going to be a massive saving. So what I'm going to do now is I'll give you the link. I'll put it up on screen, and I'll just play you a short little video from some of our members who will just talk about our membership. And so if you've enjoyed this workshop, which has been free, of course, If you found that valuable, you can imagine how much more infinitely valuable it is inside the membership with the small paid subscription. So here comes a video from some of what we call our BAM Squad members, and they're going to talk a little bit about the membership, and I'll put the link on screen where you can either grab option 1, a free 7-day trial, grab all that stuff you want, or option 2, you can grab 3 months, 50% off, and a $0 registration fee. And so we can work with you and really take your music teaching business to crazy new heights, and save you a whole lot of time, save you a whole lot of money, make you a whole lot more money too, and help you do all those crazy cool projects you want to do. I don't know for you whether it's wanting to help a bunch of kids that can't afford lessons, or build a studio, or add a dance program to your school, or build a building, or buy your own building, or whatever it is. We can help you kick some absolute butt and help you be part of an amazing community. We just have a whole lot of fun. We're even off to Hawaii soon, so maybe you can even join us there for our BAM Squad conference, BAMCon. Anyway, here's the video. Check it out. I hope I'll see you on the inside. Otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed the workshop and found it valuable and helpful, and I hope that you'll make some much better ads that will attract lots of great students to your awesome teaching business.
Johnny and the team at Build a Music School have put together the ultimate online resource hub and community for music teachers and academy owners that's unlike anything you have ever seen before. They call it the BAM Squad.
Hey BAM Squad.
Hey BAM Squad.
What's up, famous BAM Squad?
What is up, BAM Squad?
What's up, BAM Squad? Good to see you.
Hey there, BAM Squad.
Hey BAM Squad.
Hey BAM Squad, this is Miguel.
Zach here, BAM Squatter.
Before I signed up, I never would have dreamt to have access to so much content that has literally shaped the way that I run my business now and keeps me moving forward. It's just amazing.
We have not seen the hype. We've seen actual, real, solid information that we can use on a regular basis for our business.
You're just going to meet so many inspiring and just lit up and really exciting and interesting and genius people from all over the world.
This is a group of people who every single month have something new to share with you. And it's not small stuff. I mean, we're talking massive things.
It really has just drastically improved my business. I can't really talk highly about it enough.
If there's anything or any pain point that you're really looking to solve, they're going to solve it.
I put up a post myself and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. How do I do this? I'm not good at technology. And no sooner had I put it up where they're like people from all over different parts of the world commenting, helping me.
I don't have this constant feeling of anxiety about where I'm going and what I'm doing within the business anymore. Since joining, that feeling has literally just vanished.
You're immediately going to show signs of success.
I started off just myself and 30 students. Now we're at about 100 students and about 6 teachers. So
I went from a little, just one-man operation to I've got over 100 students. I think I'm at 6 teachers now, and I've got a building in an affluent part of town.
When I started the BAM Squad, we had about 130 students. You know, about 6 months later, we jumped up from 130 to around 230.
We've learned new skills, and that's exciting, especially when you see results.
Mastermind groups that you can join, which take place fortnightly or monthly, and those are just worth their weight in gold because they allow you to communicate with other teachers and share ideas, and they hold you accountable.
I have a 3-ring binder full of my notes. I make the joke, but it's not really a joke, that 3-ring binder is worth millions to me. And it's true because the action items that are in that pay off a lot.
There's stuff about helping be community focused and really driving your business to not just be this like massive revenue generator for yourself, but also giving back.
I personally feel like I've become a lot better owner, and I'm becoming a lot better leader and running our organization more professionally.
Any one aspect that you use, if it results in 1 or 2 new enrollments, you've made your money back.
1 or 2 students takes care of everything, so that's not a big risk.
Honestly, the monthly payment is less than I charge for 1 student.
Do I believe that the BAM Squad will get me 1 student? Because if it gets me 1 student, then the program has already paid for itself. So then anything after that is straight profit in your pocket.
I mean, I wouldn't be here I wouldn't have this, 6-figure business without all of that, and having people have my back when things get tough.
My advice would be don't overthink it. The potential benefits to your business far outweigh any risk of joining.
It was one of the best decisions that we've made so far with our business in general.
I think it's a no-brainer, and it's just so reasonable too at the same time.
Jump in, give it a shot, because if you don't, you'll never know what your business could have been.
It's time to start getting more students. It's time to grow your business. It's time to start, paying yourself more. It's time.
Whatever you invest into the BAM squad, it's going to come back tenfold. And I've found that myself, like the ideas that I have gotten from the BAM squad have made my business that much better every single time. And it just is amazing. And I can't speak highly enough about it. And I could be here all day talking about it, but just get off the fence, get into the BAM squad.
You have to join the BAM squad. Thank me later. I promise you it will change your life and give you the time back to spend with your family and do things that you love doing while your business runs on its own.